Thank you for tuning in to Crokinole Center. What you're going to watch here today is a semifinal matchup from the Belleville Crokinole Challenge. After 2 full round robins, we boiled it down to the final 4, with the other semifinal being Nathan Walsh against Jeremy Tracy. The one you're about to watch is Mr. Ray Beierling against Andrew Hutchinson. Andrew, being the lower seed after the second round robin, is the first to shoot, giving Ray the hammer advantage in this opening round. Andrew goes a little bit long. Good line, just a little bit heavy on that shot. Ray commits the fatal error of sinking the opponent's disc in for a 20. Immediately asking Hutch Daddy to be polite and say a thank you to his friend for that early Christmas gift. Ray bounces back with that was a great drawback. He put that in a fantastic position, giving Andrew a tough shot across that center hole. He was hoping to draw a mistake out of Hutchinson, and he did, leaving himself an opportunity to get back into this round. Unable to capitalize, just a little heavy on that open 20. Might be some semifinal jitters coming from these two. I think what Hutchinson's looking at here, he's looking at his options. He either wants a 20, or he may be trying to look and create a situation where he can take out a double so that he isn't forced into having to shoot across that center hole again. Unfortunately, he doesn't get either one. He didn't get the follow-through 20, nor was he able to move the one that's tucked back on that 5-10 line on Beierling's side of the board, creating another opportunity for Ray Beierling to get himself back in this match. And yeah, the touch just a little off. You know what? Those shots feel easy until you're in a pivotal match, and then suddenly those easy gimme 20s just aren't gimmies anymore. So yeah, both players just not quite up to their usual standard up to this point. Ray, again, definitely not a gimme shot, but that is one that 9 times out of 10, Mr. Beierling would have sunk that. Great opportunity here for Hutchinson to, get a 20, and also, yeah, he didn't get the double, but the great thing is he moved Ray's disc off to the side, so he most likely won't get forced into shooting across. Definitely not now, because Ray's shot removed that button from the board. Barring some absolutely amazing shots from Ray. And I always say you never count that man out. He's lining up here. Hail Mary time. He was hoping for a triple takeout, follow through 20. Not to be. Hutchinson has now secured those first 2 points, 2 20s to 0. So Hutchinson takes a 2-0 lead against the hammer in that first round. And yeah, off to the second round we go. Let's see if both players can shake that off a little bit and get back up to the form we're used to seeing. Beierling first to shoot in the second round. Very close, but just a tad off on the weight. That just lips out on the far side. At least, yeah, Hutchinson forced to go for a follow-through. Now, whether he was trying to get that roll away or not, I don't know, but it was a great roll away, which basically forced Beierling to peel and force play back to the middle. Now it's Hutchinson's turn to come up a little heavy on that open 20, and now Ray gets a shot at the follow-through. Great follow through, just a little off on the angle. Now Hutchinson's in great position here. He's got hammer. Play is on his side of the board. He didn't even get the takeout. That was, yep. He was trying to extend play on his side of the board. It's kind of a cheeky play, a high strategy play, and one that I personally approve of. This time he took a different strategy and, again, forced Beierling to peel and bring play back to the middle. Whew. Yes, the center hole's being a little stingy this round. As another good shot, it really was a good shot, lipped out of that center hole. It looks like a good setup for Beierling, but the way he's taking his time tells me it isn't quite what he wants. He's scared of going into a peg, and rightly so. Trying to get the takeout as well, and yeah, now Hutchinson's back in his playground, has control of play on his side of the board. Again, leaving Beierling's disc on. What a great spot for it, because it's going to be, I wouldn't say impossible, but it's going to be very, very tough. Beierling must have thought it was impossible. He didn't even try to take out his own and Hutchinson's in one shot. So yeah, Hutchinson takes the double, As if there were more discs left, I think he would have continued leaving 2 of Ray's on to continue play on the outside, waste more shots. But at this point in the round, he's better off to just peel everything. So that's off. Actually, not a bad play on Ray's part, because the likelihood of Hutchinson missing a 5 takeout right in front of him is pretty low. But as we've seen, sometimes open 20s aren't as simple. But he drains it. Taking a 4-0 lead in this race to 9 semifinal match. Both players taking an extra couple seconds here, as they probably neither are super thrilled with the way things. Hutchinson, I'm sure, is pleased with the score. Maybe not as pleased with how his shots are ending up. But yeah, that one kind of put the brakes on for Beierling there. At least it doesn't give Hutchinson a great... He's not set up for a 20. Just choosing to leave it there. Ray forced into another follow-through, and a funny angle at that. So this is going to be... Whoa, that was close. I'd say that probably went half hole over that middle hole. And Hutchinson, again, he's not completely on his side of the board, is still within the pegs, but Beierling does not have much to work with there. And now Hutchinson's probably going to be well set up to get that takeout, catch a peg, and bring the button well back on his side of the board to really be in command and control. Nope, I don't think that's what he was after, because now Beierling does have a possibility of, going for a bounce back 20. And certainly not an easy shot, and he didn't execute, but the possibility was there. And Hutchinson left that a little close to the center hole, but it's not a great setup. It just, so many of these are just a little tiny bit off. Again, Hutchinson definitely in control after this takeout. He's most likely going to have 2 hidden on his side of the board and a 120 advantage. Again, he probably crept that in a little too close. Did leave Ray a little bit of hope there. We'll see what he does. See if he probably just goes for a takeout and stick. Beierling with 2 shots left, but he has to manufacture a 20 somehow. He's going to be looking to take that out and have his shooter catch a peg. We'll see which angle he decides is most likely. Caught a couple of pegs there. Some good action on the inside of the house. Just not quite able to catch the fortune he was looking for. Hutchinson with a great takeout. At this point, Beierling needs a double takeout 20 to tie the round. Unable to convert that nearly impossible shot, which gives Hutchinson a 6-0 lead. And I tell you, I've sat across the table from that man, and there's been rounds that I thought I was completely in control, and then out of nowhere it changes. So you never count him out of a round or a match. Ray taking an extra second, knows that he needs to get things back on track at this point. An open 20 would have really helped his chances in this round as well as his confidence. Good takeout from Hutchinson. Again, leaving things just not in a great position for Ray to deal with. Ray went for it, didn't get the takeout or the 20. I think he was going for a touch 20 on that one, and when you go for that touch 20, it is so important to get the 20, because if you don't get like I just said, it's so important. You either want the takeout or the 20, one or the other. When you don't get either one, it definitely doesn't usually mean good things for your round. Hutchinson is in pretty good position here. He's got 2 discs on. He's got the hammer, and Ray doesn't have. Oh wow! Fantastic double takeout. Hutchinson still in pretty good control because he has the hammer. So with final shot, if Yeah, as long as he can keep one button outside of the center and one in the center, then with his final shot, he should be able to win on the board. Now, he may be going for a 20 to really put some icing on the cake here. Nope. Well done. Well executed. I assume that's what he was going for in trying to get a bit of a roll away. Now, Ray's going to be either looking to manufacture a 20 or at least keep both buttons in the 15. A little close to the center hole, but certainly not an easy shot for Hutchinson. We'll see what he decides to do here. They sometimes when the 20s are coming hard, a player, like if the 20s aren't dropping easily, then players will just naturally opt for a more defensive strategy. So we'll see if Hutchinson tries to roll away or what he's thinking here. He might be going for a double. I think the double was the goal there. He didn't get it, but he's still in pretty good shape. Beierling, I'm guessing, is either going to go for a follow-through 20 here, or else he's going to try to pull back and hide behind a peg and draw a miss at a Hutchinson. You can see by the body language he's not thrilled with his options. We'll see what he can create. Oh! That was a fantastic effort on that follow-through. Hutchinson just to hit and stick. Each player with one shot left. Yeah, Beierling's not thrilled with his options. If he does a hit and stick here, then all Hutchinson has to do is take out that 15. Yeah, that's he didn't really have many options there, but at least Andrew has to take it out over that center hole, which can sometimes not go your way. Yep. It's one of the great things on the NCA. You get two buddies playing against each other, and you get some foolishness like that, like Ray just knocking that button back in the middle as if it had stayed on the board. At this point, Mr. Beierling has his back to the wall as he is down 8-0 to Hutchinson. I do not envy this position. I have been in this position. When you're on the wrong side of a race to 20 against Andrew Hutchinson, yeah, your optimism leaves you a little bit. Here we go. Ray's looking for a follow-through 20, which he gets. And yeah, given that may be his first 20 of the match, that could be why you saw that little extra spice on that celebration. Andrew says, you know what, I can do that too, and he drains a 20. Ray was over there pumping his tires, and Hutch Daddy came along and let the air rate back out again. Little spinny. Now the players are catching their groove. This is what we were expecting to see from the opening round and all the way through. A real 20s battle, some great shooting, and yeah, if you ever find yourself having a tough day on the Crokinole board, just know it happens to these guys too. Again, I think Hutchinson was probably trying to pull that back a little bit. Left Ray a little bit of life there. Yeah, even a tie at this point, given a race to 9, Hutchinson would be happy even to tie this round. He was getting a little greedy there, going for the follow-through 20. Again, going for the follow-through 20. Not bad, because he left it, again, not in a great position for Ray. Now, Hutchinson's taking an extra second. If he can get the takeout 20, he has definitely secured the win, because the best Ray can do at that point is tie the round. He gets the 20, but he did not get the off. So if Ray is able to drop a 20, he will, which he does. Well done. Yeah. That is more like what we expect to see out of these gentlemen, which we have... each player with 4 20s, and that 5 being left on the board was the difference maker. Good tight, competitive round. Here we go. First highlight of the game. If you enjoyed that pirouette from Mr. Beierling, you got to see it a second time. A little long, just a little off on that open 20 again. Now, Beierling still has his back to the wall, and the difference is this time Hutchinson has the hammer. That's and then when you start by missing that open 20, it can be a little bit deflating, and I think Ray knows as well as the rest of us that he's never out of a match, though. So I don't know if he's trying to manufacture a bounce back, like have Hutchinson's disc come back into his. No, he decided to just keep it in the house and wait for a better opportunity. Good veteran play there. Sometimes when you try to force something to happen, you just end up digging a hole, making it even deeper. At some point here, Ray has to manufacture a 20 or a hide, something to draw a mistake out of Hutchinson. Hutchinson is not willing to make that mistake that Beierling is looking for. Now Hutchinson definitely has an opportunity to get rid of that and pull his shooter back onto his side of the board. Not quite able to do that. You see a bit of a grimace there. He doesn't like that he left it in there near that peg to give Beierling any kind of a chance. Ooh, almost capitalized. He had the weight just a titch off on both the weight and the angle, but that's such a touchy shot. Getting the takeout, catch the pin, back in for the 20. Great takeout. Can't really tell from this angle quite how close it is to that center hole. Whether Beierling's got an opportunity here for. He's definitely going to want the takeout and the 20 if it's there. That may be what he's looking at. Do I want the takeout? Do I want the 20? See what he decides to do. If he's not able to get both, let's say he gets the touch 20, if Hutchinson's able to balance that out with a 20 of his own, then Beierling is right back to where he started, tied in the 20 count, but against the hammer. Definitely not what he wanted as he brought his shooter outside of the house. If Hutchinson is able to keep this outside, he's pretty much guaranteed himself the win. Very low possibility, but there may be an opportunity for Beierling to catch a peg and Hutchinson's disc in order to keep play in the house. That's pretty much the best he can hope for at this point, is something that keeps play in the house so he can. Nope, he looked at it, assessed it, decided that was not a possibility. So that really is his best bet, because all he can hope for now is for Hutchinson to make a mistake, maybe leave him set up for a 20. Hutchinson drains that, pretty much securing at least a tie. Yep. Yeah, Beierling concedes it. Andrew Hutchinson secures that win. Some would say there's no pictures on the scorecard. It doesn't matter how you win. He will move on to the finals to face the winner in the match, the other semifinal match between Nathan Walsh and Jeremy Tracy. Thank you for tuning into Crokinole Center. Stay tuned. Like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. Keep coming back for more Crokinole action, and make it a great day.